Is your business protected against the threat of malicious litigation and frivolous lawsuits? Are you sinking company profits into marketing campaigns that do nothing to contribute to the growth of your business? Bottled Business Sense provides practical business perspectives that uniquely emphasize both legal and media marketing strategies to protect and ensure the longevity of your business. And whether you're trying to provide a startup business with some level of stability or an established business with foolproof asset and estate protection, or simply attempting to get a better return for your business marketing dollars, Bill Bernard and Rick Moscoso will expose potential pitfalls to ensure the security and growth of your business, free from unwanted expense and the threat of litigation. You'll learn how to implement marketing and protection tools equal to those used by today's most successful corporations. Let's join Bill and Rick for today's Bottled Business Sense show.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Bottled Business Sense Show. I am Rick Moscoso, here with my co-host Bill Bernard. How are you doing this morning, Bill?
I'm doing just great, Rick. Glad to have everybody on board again. Good to see you.
Yeah, great. Welcome to all our returning viewers and listeners. And if you're here for the very first time, we want to welcome you to the show. We broadcast every Tuesday morning here at 10 o'clock. You can watch us through our simulcast on our website at bottledbusinesssenseshow.com. or through Blog Talk Radio if you're an audio person. You can also contact us at bottledbusinesssenseshow@gmail.com if you'd like a specific topic you'd like us to speak about, or even if you want to be a guest on the show. Please reach out. We'd love to have you. And you can also reach us on any of the social media platforms on Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, at Bottled Business Sense Show, or on Twitter at BB Sense Show. All right. So
absolutely.
Anyway, today we have a very special topic that I know
yes.
I'm very fond about, Bill's very fond about, and why don't you go ahead and let everyone know what we're going to be speaking about today.
Yes, keeping with our format of small businesses, development, growth, protection, and entrepreneurship, we have dedicated this show, this Veterans Day show, to our wonderful and beloved veterans who have given of themselves to protect our country. We have dedicated this show to them in terms of giving them some very important information about what they can do to develop their own small business, and some of the resources in particular, Rick, that are available to them to help them do that. We owe them at least that much, and so we're very happy, very pleased to be able to do that on today's show.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see that there are so many resources and so many programs available to our vets,
yes,
to allow them when they come back to get them back on their feet, or if they're entrepreneurs, get back out into the entrepreneurial world with their passion.
And we're going to find out a lot of them are. I mean, to start off the show, for example, and I'm going to read you just a few stats, folks. The U.S. Census Bureau, believe it or not, has indicated that veterans are not only successful small business owners, but nearly 1 out of every 10 small businesses nationwide are veteran-owned. They generate more than $1 trillion in receipts over the course of time, and I think that's measured in terms of 1 to 5 years. But it's outstanding and amazing how much they are actually involved. And we have this typical, I think, thought at times, well, how do we retransition our veterans into the workforce once they come back? We do need to pay particular attention to that, Rick, but it's amazing to learn right off the bat that they are involved to a large extent, not only when they come back in wanting to develop their own business as opposed to working for someone else, but also a lot of them are involved in their own business when they're called to active duty.
You know, it's amazing how successful vets are, when they put their mind to it. Because you think about it, they're generating more than $1 trillion in business out there for the economy, and that's just amazing.
It's outstanding. It's outstanding. I couldn't be happier when I learned that. And I will confess to you, I didn't know that until I looked this information up. The first area I think, Rick, we want to talk about is the development and training area that there is available for vets. The SBA, or the Small Business Administration, has actually partnered with the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Department of Defense to develop a national entrepreneurship training program called Operation Boots to Business from Service to Startup. And it involves, isn't that wonderful?
That's
and it
great.
involves all 4 branches of the service. It was rolled out in 2013. And the SBA got a number of large universities involved to help partner with them to roll out these educational programs for veterans. And I mean, we've got some pretty outstanding schools involved. I'll give you some examples. Yeah, we've got Syracuse, right?
Yeah.
We've got University of Connecticut, UCLA, Florida State, Texas A&M, Purdue, Louisiana State University, Cornell University, and it's continuing to grow. So we're really proud of the SBA and what they've done. We're proud of our universities working together to help vets get trained.
Yeah, this is an amazing resource that not a whole lot of people know about. Until we really started diving into this. I know for a fact that I didn't know this was available to them, and it's relatively new. So I hope more and more people gain awareness of this, because it's a great resource for our vets.
I hope so too, and I want to impress upon vets listening out there that we're going to talk about training programs, and we're also going to talk about some issues involving disabled vets. So we're going to cover the gamut there, but also you should feel free to contact specific individuals or coordinators inside the service and inside your branch of service, if you're still in the service, to get in touch with the SBA. And then, of course, we're going to give you the website for the SBA as we move forward. But let's start out by saying that Boots to Business is a 3-step training program developed really to introduce transitioning service members to business ownership. Now, we're going to talk a little bit right now, I think, Rick, about transitioning to business ownership, because we already know that a lot of vets are already involved in business. But let's talk about Boots to Business and how we transition those individuals who are coming back from their duty, and they want to get into small business. They want to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So what do they need to do first to dive into the educational program?
Well, this training that Boots to Business provides. First of all, they have a track that they put you on to train you, and then they tell you where to absorb some business resources available in your local communities, and then once you have the tools and knowledge to identify a business opportunity, they help connect you with one. But in order to participate, you need to speak to, as I just mentioned, a coordinator inside the branch of your service if you're in there, or you reach out to the SBA district office in wherever you're located and ask them about this introduction to entrepreneurship. Ask them about Boots to Business and how you can get involved. And the website is www.sba.gov. Let me repeat that, www.sba.gov. And once you get there, you go to the section that says local assistance, and that will kind of gauge you in or narrow you down to the area that you're in. And you should be able to find everything you need at the SBA website in terms of how to participate in the training, and then once the training is completed, how to actually get connected to local resources in your own community by going to this local assistance area.
Do you know, Bill, is there a time limit that vets would have? Let's say they come back, they're not really sure what they want to do, and they're not ready to pull the trigger yet, but then somewhere along the line they decide to go into business.
Not to my knowledge. Okay. No, I mean, this is available for vets coming back who, a lot of them come back and for lack of a better way to say it, a little bit confused about what they want to do or what area of business they want to go into. Some of them are unsure whether or not they want to actually work for themselves or work for somebody else. Now, we've indicated, of course, at the top of the show that many are in business for themselves. But I would say that if you're thinking about going into business by yourself and you want to get some guidance on what you might want to do to make that happen, I'll announce here on the show today. You can feel free to contact me. I'll be happy to sit down with a veteran for free of charge. And I'll sit down with them and I'll talk to them, and they can voice whatever they need to talk to about in terms of the legal prerequisites. And I know you'd probably welcome the same.
Yeah,
same, Rick.
absolutely. And folks, we'll have our contact information here below this video
Right.
if you choose to do so.
Right.
Great.
So now that we know that Boots to Business exists, and now that we know that these training programs exist in coordination with the Small Business Administration, or SBA, and we know that the SBA has partnered with a number of major universities to help provide input into these training programs, what happens when you're ready to start the business? Do you need access to some capital, perhaps? And we want to touch upon that because since 2012, I've learned that the SBA has backed more than 3,200 loans supporting nearly $2.1 billion in financing to more than 2,800 veteran-owned small businesses. Again since 2012. So the SBA identifies and backs specific businesses from which you can gain their training, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's a program called the Patriot Express Loan Program, or better known as Patriot Express, and it offers loans to and many other advantages to veterans and the participating network of veterans who are going to SBA for information in order to help get your business started. I mean, that's outstanding, and I don't know. Whatever your situation may be, you may be a vet coming back who's having some financial difficulties, you may not, but many smart business owners say, let me use other people's money for as long as I can to get this business started. I may be able to get a loan, I may be able to use it for tax purposes. There are a number of different reasons why you might want to go get a loan.
Yeah, and this is amazing for our vets out there, because not only is the education free, but they make it relatively easy to submit for the loan program, right?
Yeah, there's a very fast turnaround time from what I understand. And the loans, here's the important part. We really want to impress upon our vets. You can use these loans for, number one, starting up your business. So if you don't have a business, don't be afraid to try to get a loan if you need the money for that. Number two, expansion of an already existing business. Number three, purchasing equipment for the business in order to make it run profitably. Inventory and purchases to build up your inventory of your business. And if you're in real estate, you can get loans for the brick and mortar place where you're going to conduct business. So for a real estate purchase, for a business purchase. Right. So this access to capital is just outstanding because not only is it made to veterans with a relatively quick turnaround time, but it's made available for a number of different reasons, for the vet coming in who wants to start a business and for the vet who already has a business. Yeah. That's the outstanding part of this.
That's amazing.
Well, we have, before we get into the rest of the show, Rick and I are pleased to be able to tell the viewers and listeners that we have gone ahead and done just a tremendous commercial involving a number of our vets. We're pleased to present it. It combines a passion of mine and Rick's along with a passion of our veterans. We think you're going to be really pleased with it. We think you're going to love it, actually. We hope you do. So we're going to roll that commercial now, and we're loving it because we have our vets actually participating in it. So let's roll that, Rick.
Neptune unit checking in.
Expedition unit checking in.
Swiss Militaire, number 1, checking in.
Victor Tango Lima, please be advised all ground units, Operation WOW is a go. I repeat, Operation WOW is a go. Be on the lookout for ground contact, Agent Retailer. Roger.
All right, guys, you know why I'm here. Operation WOW, World of Watches. We got to find a way to combat their incredible low prices, their great quality, and their stress-free payments. All right, let's see here. Agent Mike, you're from the United States Army. What's the Army found out about WOW?
All I can say, Agent Retailer, is this watch is unbelievable.
That's a Neptune, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's 52 millimeters of stainless steel. It's got a Swiss movement, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
But it's
sir.
got tons of loom. Damn. Agent Casey, you're from the United States Air Force. What's the Air Force found out about WOW?
Well, Agent Retailer, I'm wearing the Expedition watch and I can't find a better watch for a better price anywhere. I got it with 6 stress-free payments. I can wear it while I'm paying for it.
Agent Ruel, you're my last hope. You're from the Marine Corps. What's the Marines found out about WOW?
See this? This is a Swiss Militaire number 1 of the finest watches I've ever owned. 100% Swiss made, and they shipped it directly to my home.
Wait a minute, is that the best you guys can do?
Agent Retailer, what's that you're wearing on your wrist?
No, that's a Swiss Legend Scuba-Door.
Where'd you get that from?
I bought it from World of Watches.
You're so busted.
WFB Legal Consulting Incorporated, R2 Visual Studios, and the Bottled Business Sense Show proudly dedicate this to our veterans for all of your hard work and dedication in serving our country and putting your lives at risk. God bless you all. Okay, we're back with the show, and we hope you enjoyed that commercial. We thought it was great, and we had just a fantastic time doing it. We'll make that available to any vet who wants it, and to anybody who wants it, because we just really love doing it. We had a great time, a lot of fun doing that commercial for our guys in uniform. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the Boots to Business program, how you get involved with the SBA, and we also talked about gaining access to capital in order to either start up your business or add to your existing business as a veteran. We wanted to briefly finish out the discussion of monetary access by telling you that there is a military economic injury loan that the government sponsors, and the purpose is for some economic disaster. We're not talking so much about a physical injury now, but we're talking about a veteran who has a business. He's now called to active duty, and he now needs some working capital to keep that business sustained or running while he's gone. And again, it's called the Military Reservist Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. That's a mouthful. The abbreviation would be MREIDL. And again, to provide funds to eligible small businesses who needs to meet the business's ordinary and necessary operating expenses that otherwise could have been met had the service member not been deployed.
Right.
So, please look into that. And again, I think you can find more information on that online. And I would again point you to the SBA and the website that we gave you earlier in the program. There's these loans, I believe, from what I understand and when I've been investigating this, Rick, have just great interest rates. And I think they have great terms as well. So when you go try to get some of these loans, you're going to probably get interest rates, maybe in an area of 4% or so is my thought.
Yeah.
But again, as interest rates rise, we need to keep our eye on that. And I also believe you can get loans that are have a maximum term of at least 30 years. So
yeah, I mean that's incredible for these guys, because you just with
really
the uncertainty of them either getting called back or being on extended duty.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that they provide protection like this for that business owner while they're gone, and not only for them and their business, but for their family as well.
And I can't think of anything better because many times. We all have these times when we're down in our down, and we're bummed out about something going on in our life. But the thing I always think about is a veteran coming back who may be in a wheelchair or something like that.
Right.
And you know, when you think about the fact that this would be a wonderful opportunity to boost their spirits, to make them feel good about themselves, to really know that they've got more to offer everyone here in life than just a physical ability to do things. They can really use their smarts, develop a business, and we're here to help them. We would love to help them if we can. All they have to do is pick up the phone and ask. So this show is special to us and near and dear to our hearts today because we want to make information available, generally speaking, to veterans, but also add to that and say, look, if you need something further, you need some helping hand from us, pick up the phone, give us a call, and we'll be there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just phenomenal how what is going on to support these vets today, because you know, they're out there protecting our country,
Yep, putting their lives
on the line, and then when they come back, it's great to have this feeling of belonging, or they can contribute back to their skills back to the community in the form of business, and this is a great way for them to do it.
And you know, we owe them at least that. You know, come on in and participate. Enrich our lives together more than just protecting our country. You know, you can enrich it in a business way, and we can give back to them, and they can give back to us, and in a way that makes them feel good about themselves. So we're just, I can't express enough how happy we are to do this show today. We wanted to also touch upon government contracting. Government contracting is interesting because the service-disabled, veteran-owned business. You know, I'm going to read this because this is we've had a lot of long phrases here today to discuss.
It's a mouthful, right?
I wrote this down. It's called the Service-Disabled Veteran Owned Small Business Concern Procurement Program. And it allows federal agencies to set acquisitions aside for exclusive competition among service-disabled, veteran-owned small business concerns. Look, I think it's well known within the industry, or it should, within the industry, I mean the business community, I should say, that there are government contracts out there for business owners to obtain under the right circumstances, and if they meet the right criteria and prerequisites. But this program allows a service member to obtain a contract with the very government and country they're protecting to help sustain them in their business. So over the last year, the SBA again has created a series of online contracting courses called the Government Contracting Classroom to help prospective and existing small businesses understand the basics about contracting with the federal government. So you can actually now go to the SBA, get the information you need in order to be trained not only in a small business owner capacity, but now to be further trained on how to obtain and procure contracts with the federal government.
And that's amazing, because I think just like the other training, the majority of the stuff, if not all, is free to the vets.
No, I mean, look what we pay for schools today.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you, when I went to college, when I went to Long Beach State, I went there as a obviously that was my training before law school, and I went there. I paid, you ready for this? $95 a semester to go to California State University, Long Beach. To major in psychology and philosophy. My books probably cost more than that. Nowadays, you're not going to see that happen, especially in California with our budget crisis. So we are talking about a great tool or a great resource here for veterans. But you know what? Good for them. We owe it to them. Mm-hmm. It should be.
Absolutely.
They shouldn't have to pay some astronomical price to get this education. And now some business owners who are veterans are very unique, Rick, because they have taken advantage of being in the service and being trained in a special field, and now they can come out and get business ownership training to perhaps go into business in that very field for which they were trained in the service.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
So all this takes is some sitting down and some logistics and basically talking it out with somebody. And I think that's why we're willing to offer our services to a veteran with an initial consultation, sit down with them for free of charge and be able to say, look, what is it you want to accomplish? If for no other reason, just talk it out with us, and we'll help you pull the strings that you need to pull to be able to get what, to reach your life's goal.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to point out to these vets that in this government contracting arena, it's important to understand that there is a great availability here for business, because the federal government buys nearly $1 billion worth of goods and services from small businesses each year. So why shouldn't part of that come from a small business owned by veterans?
Absolutely, right?
So there's a great opportunity to be able to flex your muscle in this area and get the job done. Owning your own business, feeling proud and good about yourself, and not having to work for somebody else if that's not what you want to do. Now, I don't want to take away from the fact that we have veterans out there who might come out of the service as a pilot or an engineer, and they want to work for American Airlines or Boeing or who else. I don't know, any number of great companies that we have in our country.
Yeah.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I just want to point out that there are small business opportunities for veterans, both in terms of training and ready cash or loans, because that's what you and I deal in, Rick. We deal in for the most part, the small business owner. We want to protect him, and we want to help him profit in his business. So that's what we wanted to dedicate our show today for the vets, and to let them know we love them and we thank them, and we wanted to pass this information on and let them know that we're available beyond just the show if they need us.
Yeah, absolutely. Any way we can help contribute to your success out there, then feel free to give us a call. Our contact information is below.
Yeah, how do they get a hold of us, Rick, if they want it?
You can reach the Bottle Business Sense Show at bottlebusinesssenseshow@gmail.com. Just drop us a line there. Or if it's a marketing issue or a question that you might have, you can reach out to me at rick@r2visualstudios.com or 949-667-1182, and Bill's contact.
You can contact me at email bill@wfblegalconsulting.com. My phone numbers are 949 area code 413-6535 and 698-6222. And by the way, I wanted to indicate, I give my clients my personal direct number. And I don't hesitate to give it out on the show, because I want my clients to be able to contact me directly. I don't want to have them to go through some middle person, and I'm proud of that. I love that. So if there's a vet out there who needs some help and they want to call me, that direct line is 949-413-6535. Now, if I don't answer, certainly you can leave a message, but you can rest assured that no one else will be receiving those messages. I'll get them directly, and then I'll return your call post-haste. So with that, Rick, I think I just want to do a brief recap for our vets on what we talked about today. We talked a little bit about development and training, actually a lot about development and training. Operation Boots to Business, from service to startup. It involves all 4 branches of government. It provides you developmental training in conjunction with the Small Business Administration and a number of major universities in our country. The Small Business Administration got this developmental training going by partnering up with the Department of Veterans Affairs and the Department of Defense. It's a training program, a 3-step training program that you can find more information out about when you go to SBA. And that would be www.sba.gov. You can also find out about local assistance once you get to that website under the subheading of local assistance. So please look there, guys and gals, for any information you need that's helpful. You can have access to capital. We talked a little bit about loans through a Patriot Express loan program, and you can Google that and find out more information about that. However, it's also available, I believe, on the SBA website, at least in terms of information. There's fast turnaround times for loan approval, and you can get loans up to, my understanding is up to $500,000 for small businesses. You can get these loans for startup, expansion, equipment purposes, working capital, to purchase inventory, or to purchase a brick and mortar business, such as a real estate purchase of some sort. We also have economic injury loans available that I should say not we, but the government does for vets who have been called to service, who have an established business and who need to ensure the continuation of their business through the payment of operating expenses. And lastly, Rick, we talked about the government contracting program available to vets and how vets can actually contact the government to be able to sell them goods and services through government contracts that they can procure as veterans, and the fact that that over 100 billion goods and services are purchased by the government every year from small businesses now, businesses, and there's no reason why those small businesses can't be owned by our vets.
That's right.
So with that, we're going to close out the show today and let everyone know that we were pleased and proud to do this show. We hope a lot of vets were able to watch and gain access to this information and at least benefit from it. But again, any other information you need, please go to SBA, to that website we gave you, which is www.sba.gov. Or give us a call, Rick and I a call, and we'll be happy to sit down with you and chat about whatever your needs might be.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm excited about the topic today. I think I'm hoping that this show has helped a lot of people out there, or at least point you into the right direction and giving you new opportunities to look at, to maybe a passion that you have as you've come back from service or active duty. And
you know, Rick, all of our shows are brief and to the point, and we can't possibly touch upon everything, but we at least wanted to do two things today: give them a general overall clue that you're needed and that you can get into small business with great training, and number two, basically to tell you we love you and care about you, and that's why we wanted to dedicate this show to you guys today.
Yeah. Thank you very much out there to all our vets, and good luck to you if you are going to proceed in your business again. Give us a call if you have any questions, and we'd be happy to help out.
All right. So with that, everyone, we'll see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with another show, another Bottle Business Sense show. We hope you are going to be profitable this week. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you again next week.
All right. Have a good week, everyone.